All right, so I want to talk a little bit about cars and why we do them and how to do them. The value of cars, it's something everyone here at Off the Mountain does. It's one of the most important things we can teach you. It's taking your joints through a full range of motion daily. So use it or lose it is a real thing. If you don't take your joints through a full range, you will start to lose the ability to use them. We've seen it in our parents, grandparents, depending on how old you are, where sitting down on the ground and getting up off the ground doesn't work that well anymore. It's not because they got old, it's because they stopped using their tissue in those ranges. Cars helps offset that. Another thing that's really good about cars is it teaches communication between your tissue and your nervous system. The better the communication is, the better the things work. Better things work, the more we can do cool stuff. The third thing that's really good about cars is it is a self-assessment, meaning as you're going through shoulder cars, everything feels pretty good today. Awesome. I can go climb hard. I don't have to worry about any movements. If I'm coming through shoulder cars and it really pinches at the top, and so when I do cars that day, I'm going to move around it to avoid the pinchy part. But if I'm getting pinches at the top here and I've got a big overhead press and a big pull-up workout or a big climbing day, maybe we want to make some adjustments so that we're climbing steep, so we're not going straight overhead nearly as often, we're more out in front of us. And instead of doing an overhead press, we're going to do an incline press because it puts our shoulder in a range that isn't creating any pain that day. So we can keep training without creating pain. One thing that you should absolutely know and remember about cars, and we talk about this through all our cars training videos, is if it's painful, you want to make your circle smaller. So let's use that shoulder example. A full shoulder car, I'm coming up and through, going all the way around, trying to make the biggest circle possible. Sometimes people will get pain kind of in this range here as you're coming across. And so if I'm getting pain in my shoulder, doing cars pushing through pain is not useful. We want to change the range of motion and move out of the place that hurts. So if I can come up to here, no pain, no pain, no pain, it hurts when I get here. I'm going to stop short of that and then move around it. I avoided the pain spot and then move through the rest of the shoulder cars. Coming back, I'm going to come up, it starts to hurt here, so I'm going to let the arm come forward, come around all the way up, across the body, all the way back down. So if you think about cars as a giant circle, big piece of pie, and there's pain at the top of the pie, we're just going to cut out that range. So we're going to move around the pain point and then finish out the movement. So that applies for all of your cars. If you're getting pain, dial it back, make the circle smaller. If you're still getting pain, stop doing it and talk to one of your coaches. And we'll show you guys how to make adjustments so you can still train cars, but not make things worse.